You can change your life in the next quarter. And this is probably the last chance that you will get because bull markets are diminishing. And in the next bull market, it won't be as explosive as it will be right now. A lot of people, they faded alt season. They said it won't come. Now we are at the start and it's not too late to get in. And in this video, I want to go over a couple of community questions because I think there are some pretty interesting questions actually, and what my general expectation for the coming couple of months are. Because I've said this earlier, I don't think a lot of people are actually bullish enough, and you should be because this is going to be a wild ride, man. So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Check out the Alpha Factory down below for a lot of exclusive content, and let's get right into it. So at the moment of recording, the altcoin market is sitting at $408 billion, which is a decent amount, right? We made a new cycle high. Like I said, we broke out of this cup and handle pattern and we retested it. So that's beautiful to see, of course. But like I said, 408 billion. It's funny that if you take a look at the 6 high cap coins, so we have the Dogecoin, Cardano, XRP, BNB, these coins, right? Then you can see that that's 490 billion. So the 6 high cap coins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, they make up for more market share than the rest of the top 125. And that's great because eventually the money will flow there, right? And that's where most money is being made for most people, because I don't think a lot of people, at least not on this channel, are big holders of Cardano or XRP. We try to make a little more money in crypto, and these top 6 coins won't provide you with a 10x. It's that simple, right? So eventually the money will flow to our wallets as well, and we have to be positioned for that. And we already see some micro caps here and there blowing up. Also newer coins that had their pre-sale earlier this year that kind of wrecked themselves because of the bad timing are now picking up, like Cookie 3. It kind of went from Cookie 3. Did I say Cookie 3? Yeah, it's Cookie 3. Doesn't matter. It went from 2 cents to 8 cents in 3 weeks. Easy, right? And this is just one example. Coins are picking up again. The lower caps are picking up again. People want to gamble again. They know that there's a lot of money in this market to be made. Matter of fact, if you look at the total crypto market right now, there's $3.5 trillion in there, right? More than the last cycle high. So it's not just a matter of that money flowing into altcoins. And I got some comments here and there from people asking like, yeah, but you know, is ETF money from Bitcoin is not flowing into altcoins, right? And that's probably true for now. That's what, 5% of Bitcoin supply. The rest is all in our hands, right? It's not different this time as well. And we are seeing the start of that. Again, if you look at Altseason, this is a hopeful thing that I've drawn right here. But if you look at Altseason indicators, one of those is the Bitcoin dominance getting rejected perfectly where it's supposed to be rejected, also at the 618, and at the perfect timing as well, right? What did I say earlier? And this is quite funny how this actually played out so far. If you look at the Bitcoin halving, here we got the halving, and 7 months later, dominance went down. Alt season started. Here we got the halving. 7 months later, dominance down. Alt season started. Here we had the halving, and it's 6 months, right? Doesn't have to be exactly 7, but 6 months. Look how accurate the 4-year cycle is. Out of 48 months, it's just a month difference. Like here we have it, guys. We have it right here. It's insane, right? Now the next year is going to be way better, of course, because if you look at this, it's not much yet, right? If you look at others' dominance, it's not much yet. We have the halving, we always have a correction, and then we have an alt season. We have the halving, we have a good correction, alt season. We had the halving, correction, alt season. Okay, but we are not close to the top yet, right? Alt season, if anything, just started a little bit, right? A little bit. And that's so bullish about this because altcoins, my portfolio has already been blowing up. Your portfolio is probably doing very well as well. While alt season, while it may have started, it's the very tiny beginning of it. So why are altcoins blowing up? Well, because Bitcoin is over 100K, right? So if altcoins outperform Bitcoin a little bit while Bitcoin is over 100K, hey, let it happen, right? Let Altseason happen. Let them really outperform while Bitcoin is over 100K, or maybe by that time 150 or wherever it might go, right? It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So yeah, next year I expect some great movements. Now let me get into a couple of questions because I think there are some good questions being made on this channel. Somebody asked, I have a question. What is considered low risk and high risk when it comes to altcoins? Yeah, there's something to do, in my opinion. Like, there's not really a rule for that, I think, but it has something to do with market cap, of course. If you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., these have such high market caps, right? That's automatically low risk. Also, they go on for a while already, right? An altcoin that has a high market cap but just released last week, I still consider that high risk, right? Also, I do think that they have to have something. Like, if you are a meme coin, then you don't have product, of course. But if you are a utility coin and you don't have utility yet, then I feel like also quite high risk, right? So it's a matter of feeling, but I think that these three things, if you apply those, then you can definitely say to yourself, like, okay, this is low or high risk. Somebody said he sold Ethereum for Sui, almost a 3x on Sui. Nice play. Forget Ethereum, maybe $8,000. And how many X's Sui will make? Look, we can predict things. I don't know. When it comes to Ethereum, I do think that, look, if you look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, it's sitting really low, right? So if it goes up like maybe another 2x on its Bitcoin pair, while Bitcoin stays flat, then Ethereum is going to pull off a 2x on the dollar pair, and that's going to be 8K. But I do think that Bitcoin is going to move higher than where it is right now. So I definitely see a 10K Ethereum. But that's the thing. That has something to do with risk reward. Ethereum is lower risk than Sui, and therefore it is also lower reward. Right? Sui is newer. I think we all know that Ethereum is lower risk, but it is lower reward as well. Right, so it's kind of a matter of what you prefer. I mean, if you are in altcoins to take a little risk but not too much, and you want to make a couple of X's, then the plays like Sui, right, like the higher cap layer one coins are good call. Yeah, if you're looking for 20, 30 X's, then you shouldn't bother with these high caps in the first place. How high Sui can go, that's really hard to say. I mean, this chart has been mooning so far, right? So that's really hard to call. I cannot predict that. If you look at Sui Bitcoin, it's been outperforming as well. I don't know when I've drawn this, by the way, but it was a long time ago. But what you can see is that we had this first kind of resistance right here. And now we are there again. So Sui, it has been... Look, it looks like it has been really outperforming. On the other hand, so far, let's wait and see. Because against Bitcoin, yeah, it has been outperforming for the last 3 months, but overall it hasn't been outperforming, right? Just gone sideways, up, down, whatever. So let's see how it does in this pattern, right? Maybe it breaks out and it can definitely moon. It could also be that this is just the range and that it gets rejected right here. So I don't know about Sui. All I know is I'm personally not buying it right now. Like, you're buying the resistance. Plus, again, what's the upside really from this point? That's the question. Maybe a lot, maybe not. I don't know. But if you already have Sui and you believe in it, then just hold it for the next year. You'll probably be fine with it. You look better without hair. What do you think about Injective? Thanks. All right. Yeah, a lot of comments about the hair. Cool. I had a food transplant, by the way. But what do I think about Injective? Injective, let me take a real quick look. I personally don't hold Injective. I feel like this is a coin that I need to admit that I'm a little too late on that, right? Injective was a great buy over here. Now it's all the way here. It will go higher, probably. But I don't see like, whoa, boom, this is gonna it already outperformed really hard, you know. So that's a little hard for me to get in right now. As long as it holds $28, it could be going towards 33, maybe 38 in the shorter term, and with a real good boom to 44. If it, finds some weakness right here, then it can go back to 17. So that's what I think about it price-wise, at least. Fundamental-wise, to be honest, I don't really know. So I'm not gonna talk about that. On its Bitcoin pair, look, it had, wow, I mean, it outperformed a long time. And basically since last year, it has been a big underperformer, as you can see. It's now at a level that I feel like if you want to buy it somewhere, then this is the place. This is so much support right here. It's the 786. If you have Bitcoin and you want to have Injective, then the conversion right now is the perfect time. There's always risk to the downside, but this looks like a really good level, actually. Somebody asked, may I ask, when you say Altseason might happen in 3-4 months, do you mean we have 3-4 months, or will it start anytime now until 3-4 months? Look, what I mean, I don't know exactly when I said 3-4 months. I think I said 3-4 months as in that will be the explosive phase. What I think about Altseason is that it has started. I mean, it kind of like, again, I went over some charts earlier that show if it is Altseason. And again, what is Altseason? It's where altcoins outperform Bitcoin. So you want to look at altcoins on their Bitcoin pair, right? And then you can see this chart. And this has been going up. Now, it also has been going up here, of course. The difference is we are going up at this trend line again, like here when Altseason started, and like here when Altseason started. And it happens to be at the exact same point in the 4-year cycle, while the 4-year cycle is on every fucking chart showing that it's still accurate, right? So therefore now for me, it is time to say, this is the beginning of Altseason. And I do feel like the next 3-4 months could be the most explosive months. Because if you look at altcoins dominance, and you look at the quarter chart, then you can see that the most explosive gains happened in Q1 of the post-halving year, went up 90%. And here Q1 post-halving year went up 180%, right? This is now Q4, I know, but come on, it's December, it's close enough, right? So if it goes up 90% like last time, that will be here. If it goes up 180%, that would be here. And it's both possible because it's still within this range, right? So therefore, I would say within now and March, April, something like that, we could see insane returns. And it could be that we crash in December and completely moon in, January, February. I don't know about that. All I know is that within 4 months from now, we will probably be sitting way higher than where we are right now. That's at least not a guarantee, of course, but based on the past, that's the most likely outcome, right? And after that, I mean, hey, that's the explosive phase right here. But after that, we still end up right here. And after this, we still end up right here. So, yeah, most likely is that it will end till the end of 2025. But, who knows? We'll see. But I expect a lot of upside in the coming quarter, at least. Have you reviewed Superverse? What are your thoughts? Superverse killing it. I mean, I saw some people here and there saying like, oh, you're being exit liquidity for Elio or whatever. Fuck off, right? Like, come on, you cannot be serious hating on a coin that outperforms everything. Superverse is doing incredible. They partner with every big project in the space. So that's one, they're doing fantastic. 2, they have been outperforming Bitcoin, all the other altcoins like crazy, especially considering how high cap Super actually is. Plus, there is like, how much risk is there really, right? It did a 27x. And like wherever you got in, you could have gotten your initial investment out a long time ago, and you should have a free bag of super. If you don't have it, I would not say buy it right now. It just did a 27x, right? But it is likely to perform well. I mean, this happened during non-alt season, right? So during alt season, I expect good things. Then again, if you missed it, then just look at this chart and be like, okay, I missed it, whatever. But Superverse, I don't have any bad thing to say about this. How can I? Where do you see Seedworld going? To the moon, Mars, and beyond, man. I think that Seedworld is fantastic. They came out. They showed like, guys, fair lunch, decks only, and fuck that. We're just doing it, and this is what they did, right? They mooned and they maintained this level. Right now, a lot of people, they said like, well, yeah, vesting. They were so focused on token sinks and making people stake the token for rewards because the actual project is just fucking awesome. Therefore, you want to stake these tokens, and it shows like, who cares, right? Who cares in this case? Token has been doing fantastic. There is some inflation, but still, the price doesn't care. And once that cools off, I think that this is going to do very, very, very well. I will make a full video update on Seedworld soon. I think that with an $18 million market cap, dude, like, whoa. So this is a little comparable to, for example, Sandbox, right? Like, that's also a metaverse, like, user-generated content type of project. And if you look at Sandbox, the all-time high, fully diluted market cap. Am I logged in right here? Then I can show you actually. I'm on a free plan. What? Take my money. Well, this was like 25 billion, right? 25 billion. Yeah, this is 160 million, right? So this has so much room for upside, as this is one, a better project. Two, we are now in the stage of the market where the whole market is going to do this. Seedify, Seedworld is a real gem, in my opinion. I cannot give price predictions on this. I don't know about that. That's going to be wrong. But let me tell you this. Very likely to be way higher than where it is right now in a year from now, in my opinion. So I have my bag. I'm holding it. I'm staking it. I love it. This comment is weird on so many angles. I only watch you because you are not American. That's kind of racist. But you seem to be selling the same shit. I'm not selling, bro. I don't know. If you are so successful, then why don't you just trade and not make videos? Who said I don't invest and trade? I like making videos, dude. Like that. And TXBit was a good exchange, right? What? It's all over the place, man. But yeah, you see that sometimes with YouTube. It's like, oh, if you're so good, then why don't you, like, bro, like, some people actually like making content, believe it or not. I like doing my work and I love my job, right? And it's not that I feel like, oh, I make money with investing, so I don't, want to create something anymore or whatever. It's like, it's always so weird. Like, I'm not doing this because I need to do this, right? I'm doing this because I want to do this. So, yeah, that kind of it, man. Somebody asked, is it time to rotate BTC into alts? Yeah, if you want to time the bottom, you're a little too late, right? Again, if you look at altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, then this is the chart that you get. And this was the best time in this cycle, right? So the bottom was a month ago. It sounds so weird, right? We're in a bull market for so long, but if you were holding Bitcoin, the bottom was actually just a month ago. So take that for the next bull market as well, and bear market. If Bitcoin bottoms, just buy Bitcoin. You don't even have to bother buying altcoins for at least another year, right? So many people in stress, like, oh, it's going down, blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, Bitcoin outperforms everything, and then you can casually buy the bottom at a certain point and just, like, it's perfect. But yeah, I mean, from the actual bottom, we are now up 43%, right? Over a full cycle and all the gains that are being made, nailing the bottom with just a 43% difference is fucking pro. So if anything, hey, there are still a lot of good altcoins you can buy the lows with right now, and it depends which altcoin, of course. If you want to buy Cardano, like, yeah, I mean, it's up 130%, but then again, from the last cycle, it still has to go up 1200%, right? Algo really low on the Bitcoin pair. AVAX really low on the Bitcoin pair, right? Like, therefore, I say, like, hey, altcoins are doing well, but it's mainly because Bitcoin is doing well. Because if you look at altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, it's not that you can say like, whoa, like most of them at least not, right? So yeah, it's still a good time in my opinion. Okay, last one before we wrap it up. Beam or Ronin? What's your preference? That's a hard one actually. I think that Beam has the real innovation lately, and they seem to catch the hype. And I see, I don't know, man. I see a lot of upside. $1.8 billion market cap, not that high for what they do. Ronin, 800 million, so it's slightly lower cap. Ronin is more of an exclusive chain, actually. You cannot just build on Ronin, but it has the mainstream games. I would say have a good mixture between both of them. I think there's equal upsides, give or take, with Beam and Ronin. But Beam makes me feel better, but I cannot explain why. But no, I hold them both. So yeah, that. I want to wrap it up right here. Over the weekend, Bitcoin will probably do some crazy shit like it's been doing lately. One thing that I think is really important, we need to close above 102K on a weekly basis at least one time, but preferably twice, to really break that 1.618, and then we can go look for the next levels. If it still gets rejected right here, but the pattern is really bullish for so far. But if we get rejected right here, I would say be a little careful with stepping into the market right now. Because again, in the last two cycles, this stage of the market, around December, January, we got both times a 30% correction for Bitcoin. And we happen to sit at big resistance as well. So 30% will bring us back also to the range highs. So in too many ways, a correction does make sense. But this could be invalidated once we just clearly break above this level retest and then go up even further. But remember, in a bull market, it's really weird to think about corrections. Like, well, no, it can't happen. Like in a bull market, especially in a bull market, that happens, right? So, I still hold some cash. I've been taking profits lately. Not too much, but enough to make me feel comfortable. If the market dips hard, I'm going to get in because the cycle is far from over. If it goes up more, I still have enough crypto. And I think that that's the position that you want to be in. So for now, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. See you guys very soon.